where I want to start tonight is Travis Konecny, and I can't wait again to talk to Charlie because we're going to bring up the captaincy in a minute. But we've been talking a lot over the last week or two about the possibility of trading TK.
We have.
And really where he fits with where the team is and where they're going in the long term, because everyone in the organization keeps telling us, yeah, we're enjoying what we're seeing right now, and also we're focused on the future. We are focused on this rebuild. And you got to believe a dude like TK would net you a hell of a return, especially being signed through next year at only $5.5 million. He's got 24 goals on the season. There's still 30 games left, you know? But he means so much to this team.
He does.
I would hate to see him get away. And you see everything he brings in the first period. A goal, an assist, and a fight. And it wasn't just like, oh, okay, you know, a couple guys get tied up. Like, no, they were interested in fighting. TK dropped his gloves and wanted to go. It was
right away.
You just see everything he brings to this team, and I cannot imagine moving on from TK at this point.
Well, we talk about like what we're trying to do right now in this rebuild. It's setting that culture. I mean, Bill, who better to set the culture than this guy, Travis Konecny?
He's the guy.
Literally.
I mean, he is the guy for this team.
Scores goals, does the dirty work, will fight if need be. He is who you want to follow if you're one of those guys in that locker room.
He is extension eligible on July 1st. You can sign an extension 1 year before your contract expires. That is for him this offseason. Elliot Friedman's 32 Thoughts column came out like last night at around 8:30, I think. They're trying to get all the work on this contract extension done so that on July 1st, are the Flyers probably going to be big players in free agency this year? I doubt it. It seems like there's going to be an announcement on July 1st about at least one guy, and it's going to be Travis Konecny. And I don't know if it's the smartest move for the rebuild. But you need guys like him, man. That's if they're going to be good in 2 to 3 years, you know who they're going to be looking for if they don't re-sign TK. A dude exactly like him. He can play on your first or second line. He can be productive. He can carry a line in terms of the actual goal scoring. He's a rat out there, and tonight we see he's not just a rat. Oh, he'll go too. He landed a couple punches. I was just so excited by the game he had tonight and the timeliness of it. Like, you know, 23 hours prior, Elliot Friedman is writing, oh, yeah, they're going to resign this guy as soon as humanly possible. And he showed you every reason why tonight. I'm really excited about that.
So I guess the question is, Bill, what happened during the All-Star game? This man comes back, 2 straight great games. This man caught the McDavids or something?
You know, TK going into the break was one of the guys I thought just really needed the reset. Like, he's banged up, he's tired, he's been running, whatever the situation may be, he needed the break. And now they got plenty of time with or without playing in the All-Star game, but I was like, God damn, like the one guy I don't need to see out there is TK. But, it's the All-Star game. It's not like he's going to get hit or anything. And he has responded huge coming off that break. And like you said, the whole team has. Whether it's the final 2 periods of the game against Florida or tonight's first period, they are showing the energy and the work ethic of the team that put themselves in playoff position through the first 45 games of the season.
Okay. All right. Another question I do want, and I want to ask Charlie this as well. But Bill, like, when do we start adding TK into some elite conversations here? Because the numbers are starting to speak for themselves.
You know, he's got 24 goals through 30 games. There was a point in his career where he scored 24 goals 3 straight seasons.
Right.
And it was like, all right, this is who he is. One of those years was, I think, the third year of those was the COVID year, so it gets cut short. He would have had well over 30 probably. For sure. But you're looking like, okay, he's a mid-20s goal scorer. He's a real nice second-line player. Last year, he scores 31 in 60 games, and you go, what is the ceiling for this guy? And this year, he's already at that 24-goal mark that looked like might be his plateau at one point, and plenty of time left to add to that. You got to believe he's going to get to like 35-ish at least. Man, I don't know if I can look at him. I mean, I can't call him an elite player the way, like, we've watched recently Nathan McKinnon. We've watched Nikita Kucherov. Those guys.
For sure, not better.
There's only a limited supply of those dudes. He's probably not one of them. But I look at the Taylor Hall's MVP year, and was he the best player in the league that year? No. But he won the MVP because he was by far the most important dude on a Devils team that did not belong in the playoffs otherwise, you know? And that's what I'm looking at with TK right now. It's gonna, like, he's not gonna factor into the MVP voting. That's not gonna happen. But you look at what he's doing for this team, and he is as important to the Flyers as any single guy is to any team in this league.
Yeah, no, and the way this Flyers team plays, it's very much to like the demeanor of Travis Konecny too. I don't think he's obviously better than McDavid, Kucherovs of the world, but like he somehow is like teetering in that top 10 range. And with his play this year, and we're talking about contract extensions. And the thing is, Bill, like I don't even think that he's close to what his full potential is. I still think that there's more room for growth here. This team is exciting, especially if it could be surrounded around TK of some sort as well.
We all silly like the mayor.